Horrific war news have caused Bitcoin to dump massively during the weekend. So, are we going to see much lower prices on Bitcoin, or are we finally seeing the ending stages of this consolidation? This is what I will cover in this update, so let's get into it. And before we do, as usual, let's catch up with price action. So, what happened here? In my last update, very quickly, if you remember, after this drop, I did want to see a bounce and a break of this high. Now, we did get a bounce of more than 5%, but as you see, we did end up losing this low and also the low at 64,000. So, have I flipped my bullish bias? The quick answer is no. And no, that's not because I'm a permabull, that's simply by looking at the charts. So if you go back to my last video, what I said is that yes, I did want to see a bounce to break this high, but what I said is that I wanted to see a very quick and sharp drop towards 60,000. Again, if you go back to the video, those were my exact words. I wanted to see a quick and sharp drop. So even though we did not get a break of this high, we did get a quick and sharp drop, but we also ended up breaking this low. And as I said as well, was that I don't really expect Bitcoin to go below 60,000 on this correction. Now technically, Bitcoin did break 60,000. However, it was for a very short amount of time and it was only at 59,800. And the reason why I did not expect Bitcoin to break below 60,000, because if you look at the characteristics of a bull market, especially on Bitcoin, you don't tend to get very deep retracements. So even though we did get a break of 60,000, it was for a very short amount of time and it was really right below this level. And right now, I know what you might be asking, is that this drop was caused on very bad fundamental news, a war is coming, and for this reason, Bitcoin will drop lower. Now, I'm not a war expert, and I'm not gonna talk on the war, but personally, I don't really expect a full-on war to blow off. But what I've shared on the Discord when this drop was happening is that actually, if you look at the last war, which was the Russia-Ukraine war, if you look at what happened on the chart, BTC did pump over 40%. So if I show you this price action on the live chart, if we go back to the 24th of Feb 2022, which is when the war between Russia and Ukraine was announced, this is exactly what we got. So again, it was on this exact day, on the 24th of Feb, and what happened on this candle, you see, we had a very big wick to the downside, which got bought back up very quickly, and after that, what you see is that Bitcoin did rally over 40%. And mind you, again, what I said on the Discord is that it is very important to know that this 40% rally was in a bear market. And right now, Bitcoin is very clearly in a bull market. And for those reasons, I personally remain bullish. I've seen a lot of fear and panic on social medias and a lot of people calling for very low prices on Bitcoin. And this is what personally I do expect a reversal here. We've seen billions and billions of liquidations on Bitcoin. As you can see, the aggregated open interest dropped over 20% and we got over 4 billion of liquidations. So personally, that's why I do expect a reversal. And now let's dive into the levels. And as usual, even though I personally expect higher, it doesn't mean that I'm not ready for lower prices. So right here, price action is simple in my opinion. We have one important level below us and one important level above us. For the level below us, we have this wick at 59,000. I do believe that this level, if reached, is very important to hold. Meaning, if we have a drop and then this level flips into resistance, I personally don't see a lot of support on this move up. And that's why if we do break it and flip it into resistance, then at this point, I would expect a drop back to the low 50,000s. However, for now, as you can see, we had a very nice rejection and price is consolidating at 64,000. This being said, the important level to reclaim above us is If I take the fixed volume profile of this range, as you can see, we have the value area low of this entire range, which comes in at 64,700. And as you can see, right now, Bitcoin is failing to reclaim it. However, if it does, so if it pushes above it and flips it into support, in my opinion, this low would be confirmed, and then Bitcoin is finally ready to head to new all-time highs. So overall, that's it for the charts. And remember, never get caught in emotions when trading. Remember, when the last war was announced in a bear market, Bitcoin did rally over 40%. And personally, again, as long as Bitcoin holds above this level, I will personally expect new all-time highs. Now, because I'm seeing a lot of fear and panic on social medias, I will actually guide you just a little bit right here. So right now, you should be able to see my trade on the screen. And as you can see, when I saw the rejection at 60,000, I personally opened the long, and the exit price as usual is my take profit one. So right now, anything that Bitcoin does, again, I've made money, so I have no emotions at all in the market. If price drops further, guess what? I have my stop loss at break even, and since I've taken my take profit one, I've made money. And if price goes higher, simply I'll make more money because I still have some of my position opened. And as I've said before, in my opinion, it is extremely important for you to implement a quick take profit one in your trades. Trust me, it will massively boost your win rate. I've seen so many people that were long during this consolidation, and then on this drop they've lost money. Why would you lose money if price went up and you could have taken a take profit one and moved your stop loss to break even? You would simply have guaranteed profits. Very simply, if you did implement quick take profits, it would have guaranteed you profits, and then when price dropped as it did, you would not have lost money. So please implement take profits in your trades. And last note, I'm not sharing this trade to tell you to open a long, because very simply, as you've seen right now, price has rallied. So in my opinion, if you open a long position right now, what you will see is that it would be a very large stop loss. So for now, if you've missed the trade, in my opinion, what you could do is wait, for example, for a reclaim of this level, and then when you see a move higher and then a bigger retracement, this is where you could enter a long position. But right now, in my opinion, if you miss the long from lower, I don't believe that opening a long right here is too safe. So this was mostly it for this update. Again, for the charts, it's very simple in my opinion. We have one important level right below us and one important level right above us. And remember, this scenario has already played out before. So as always, remove all of the emotions of the market, implement quick take profits, and your win rate will go up massively. This being said, this was it for this update. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, I'm available inside the Discord. So see you soon guys, and good luck.